So, if you've got a home anywhere near the coast, you know that feeling, right? That little knot in your stomach when you hear a storm's on the way. But what happens if you're not actually there to get ready? That's what we're diving into today. How to protect your home and your peace of mind, even when you're hundreds of miles away. Look, for millions of people, this is no surprise at all. It's just an annual thing. Hurricane season is a fact of life. You know, the beautiful, sunny off season eventually rolls into storm season. It's that time of year you circle on the calendar. The time you know you need a plan. And that is the big question, isn't it? Because if you're a seasonal resident, maybe a snowbird, or you're just traveling for work, this becomes a huge source of anxiety. The weather takes a turn, the warnings start, and you're not there. So, what can you actually do? Okay, so let's start there. Let's really dig into the problem this creates. Because honestly, being away when a storm's coming, it brings a whole unique set of worries and, well, real dangers. Just picture this for a second. The news is going crazy. There's a major storm with a name, and its path is pointed right at your community. And of course, the alerts just start piling up on your phone. And what's the first thing you think about? Everything you left outside, right? Those patio chairs, the grill, all those potted plants. And you just picture them all sitting out there totally exposed. And here's the kicker. You're hundreds of miles away. There is absolutely nothing you can do about it from where you are. And that feeling, that helplessness, it is just unbelievably stressful. And this is where that anxiety turns into a really serious physical threat. I mean, we're not just talking about lawn chairs anymore. In those high winds, they literally become projectiles. They can shatter windows, cause thousands of dollars in damage. Not just to your place, but to your neighbors too. Okay. Enough with the doom and gloom scenarios, right? Let's pivot and talk about the solution, because there is a really practical, really effective one, and it's all about being proactive. So, what exactly is a storm prep service? Well, think of it like this. They're your hands on the ground. They're the ones who step in and methodically secure your property when you physically can't. And we're talking about more than just moving a few chairs. It's a whole system. You know, they bring in all the loose items, they secure the bigger furniture, they double-check that every single door and window is locked up tight, and then they do a final walkthrough to spot any other potential hazards. So now we know what these services actually do, but let's talk about why it matters so much. Because the benefits here, they go way, way beyond just having a tidy yard. I mean, the most obvious one is financial, right? Reducing the risk of damage could save you thousands. But it's more than that. You also get a team that's ready to go at a moment's notice, and you get that professional eye for detail, spotting things that even a really careful homeowner might miss. But really, it all comes down to this. This is the single biggest benefit, the one you just can't put a price on: peace of mind. It's being able to watch that weather report without that awful sinking feeling in your stomach, just knowing that your property is secure. Okay, so who exactly are we talking about here? And how do you find the right help? Because this really isn't just about hiring some random service. It's about finding someone you can truly trust. I absolutely love this analogy from the source material. It just nails the whole idea. It reframes this from some cold, impersonal chore into something warm, something neighborly. It's like having that one reliable neighbor you know you can always count on. So, who is this really for? Well, it's a wider range of people than you might think. Of course, you've got your snowbirds and seasonal homeowners. That's a no-brainer. But it's also an absolute lifesaver for seniors who might need a hand with the physical work. And honestly, it's great for any full-time resident who just wants that extra help and peace of mind, especially if they have a big yard to deal with. When you put it side by side like this, the choice becomes crystal clear. On one side, you have that last-minute scramble. It's pure stress. You're rushing. You're bound to miss something important. And on the other side, a proactive plan. It's calm. It's thorough. It's safe. It's really the difference between chaos and control. All right, let's wrap this up. What's the big takeaway from all this? It really all boils down to one simple but incredibly powerful idea. At the end of the day, this is all about shifting your mindset. It's about transforming that anxiety you feel during storm season into a real sense of confidence. Instead of just worrying about what might happen, you can feel secure knowing you've actually done everything you can to protect your home. And that really leaves us with one final question for you to think about. As you look ahead to the next storm season, take a second and really consider your own plan. Is your home, and maybe more importantly, your own peace of mind, is it truly ready for what's next?
Thanks so much for joining me.